Believe. Become. Powered by passion. Driven by determination. Believe. Become. Be strong. Be Dr. Roy Cape.
I was married before my wife here. I married when I was 19 and my wife was 17. My stepfather used to tell me, you ain't looking for house for over your head, you're looking for house for somewhere else. But you look for house for over your head first. I didn't understand this parable until years after. What I would say, I was pretty young, she was pretty young. Maybe we had love one another on first sight, but at our age, these things wean over a period of time. I myself wasn't sure what I wanted to do. Out of that marriage, I have 2 kids. I have 2 lovely kids, a lovely daughter and a dear son. I met my present wife at the end of 1964. And from the time I saw her, I know it was the first time I ever had that kind of feeling to make up to my mind one time this is somebody I felt I could have been with for my lifetime. And like all people, we had our family sent her away, and I was here in Trinidad. She spent 3 years and something, and she came to Trinidad. And I had a friend living in front of her house, 17 there. And when I saw her, nothing had changed. And we have a daughter. She's 40 years old. She was born in New York, but I brought her here when she was 6, 7 months. And she stayed here until she was 17 years. And she got 1 or 2 passes. She had done the Republic Bank youth course. And then sent resume to everybody, and she couldn't get a good job here. And then one day she told me she's going. I said, baby, where are you going? Everybody going, it's just you. She said, Daddy, I have to go. And she went. And before she left, she had gotten engaged. And she went to New York. I went to Toronto, I went home to New York. I got them married in City Hall. The judge didn't even want to do it because they have no place on that paper for father at all. So he bombed it. She just let me sign. And they're married now about 22 years, something like that. I have a big grandson who's going to college. I have a granddaughter when she's still in high school. I came back to Trinidad in 1974, from 70 to 74, about April that year, where I spent 6 months in Trinidad. I got a little place in University de Martin, and within my means, I fixed it. But at the end of 6 months, I was broke. And I was scared to stay in my own country. I was frightened how I would have survived. So I went back to New York, I left my family. You know, I always had my son. I had him from a baby. With my mom died in 1971. I left her in 70. And my son grew up with my sisters and brothers until I came back to Trinidad. So when I came back in 74, I brought back my wife, my daughter, and I was hoping to get my family back together. And at the end of 6 months, I had to leave them again. And I spent 3 years in New York. It was a trial time because I was by myself. And at the end of 3 years, she wrote me a letter and asked me, what's going on? I did she hear more than what is going on. All the time I was looking for $1,000. I leave New York with $125 and land in Trinidad with $125.
Jammy, Mr. Cape. Let me get another take. Jam the music, Mr. Cape. This jamming cannot escape.
Be Dr. Roy Cape. Believe. Become.